This is the 217 Recovery Podcast with Corey Winfield.
If you kind of look deeper at the situation, which I'm sure you will, because everything that we go through is an experience that we learn from.
And Justin Burke.
I'd come right in. I'm very sneaky about it. You'll be talking to someone and I'll just come in and sit at my desk and just bust one out real quick.
It is the 8th of May, 2024. My name's Corey Winfield, and with me is Justin Burke.
What's up?
And this is the 217 Recovery Podcast. A week from tomorrow, the 16th of May, is the UFAM rally in Lansing, Michigan.
Whoop whoop.
Pretty excited. Are you excited?
I'm beyond excited.
Because you're going to have a different role this year.
I know, and it's quite different. And I don't know how to take in my responsibilities as they evolve sometimes.
Are you nervous at all?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Because I have no podcasting experience. I mean, I know how to talk on a microphone, which isn't really hard. I'd come right in. I'm very sneaky about it. You'll be talking to someone, and I'll just come in and sit at my desk and just bust one out real quick.
Yeah, see, that's perfect. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
But it's the whole control of the board and the intro and how to put it together. Like, I don't have any of that experience. And lately I'm kind of feeling jealous over other people's abilities and how they do things. We were talking about that earlier today, like with Adobe.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would really like to start learning how to do that stuff. But at the same time, I don't feel like I have enough time with my current responsibilities. So to add more to the stack of my responsibilities after being on the road all day to doing Adobe or podcast work, it's kind of hard.
It's tough, man. And like during the whole COVID thing, when that was happening, I still really wasn't watching TV. So I would do stuff at home. But I mean, I had 20-year radio career. They paid me to learn it. So it was pretty fun. But I didn't know how to make a nonprofit. Right. I didn't know how to do that, which I was spending time learning. And I was always kind of in my office doing something. And then Marnie told me one day, like, honey, I wish you'd spend time with me. Just be in the same room with me while I watch TV. Okay. All right, I can do that. But then there's some shows that I do like to watch. And I realized that that's not healthy either. Like the other way of doing things, like just working all the time.
Right.
You have to set some time for yourself.
Right.
And if you looked at it like, all right, I'm going to learn this as like a hobby, as something that I'm interested in. If you really wanted to do it, if you really had that desire, you would find a way to do it.
Right.
If you really wanted to. Just saying.
I do, but my teacher's schedule doesn't line up with mine. Who I'd like to be my teacher anyways. We're both really busy guys.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, I'd like to receive the best education possible without going to college.
Well, there's YouTube, there's tutorials. If you wanted to, everything starts with a desire, Justin. If you had the desire to do it, you would do it. That's what I'm saying. But you get home, you're trying to do this new workout routine, and you have other things going on, and you're tired, and you need sleep, and you need to see your lady friend.
Self-care. We'll label it self-care.
We'll label your lady friend self-care, or we'll label the relationship a lady friend, or is it?
No, it's the lady friend self-care.
Okay, so now, hold on. She might be listening, so you better answer this one carefully. Is she just a friend that's a woman?
It's complicated.
It's complicated. Now, are you taking that from her Facebook status, or is this your Facebook? Because that's when it's official.
Well, it is on Facebook that we're both in a complicated partnership, relationship.
I didn't plan on talking about this today, but let's dig into this. Why is it complicated, Justin?
Because it's just complicated, okay?
What makes it complicated?
Because I don't want to do labels. Oh. So it's complicated.
So you, as my mom would say, you want your cake and you want to eat it too.
No.
Or something like that?
No. I mean, I'm committed.
Oh, but how committed are you?
But I
Why
don't
would you buy the
label.
cow when you're getting the milk for free, you know?
Oh.
Yeah. Tough titties.
It is. Very tough.
We were talking about that earlier today. I don't know why my mom used to say that to me. Oh, tough titty. And I can't remember if it was tough titties or tough titty.
Tough titty. That's what my grandma used to say to me.
Is that
Tough
because
titty.
the milk is hard to
Come
get
out?
of a tough titty?
Yep.
So it's not really a titty. Or is it the titty or is it the nipple?
It would be classified as a teat.
Well, then why do they say tough teats?
I don't know.
Like, how would you know if you had a tough titty? It'd be tough.
It wouldn't produce
I got
milk.
soft man titties.
It wouldn't produce milk.
I don't produce
I know,
milk.
I got soft ones too. Where I believe they're soft. I think it's something to do with like the glands inside of it get tough so it doesn't produce. Like they become fatty, hard. Something along those lines. I'm not a dairy farmer,
See, this is where Marnie's
but-
mom is right. We do need a call-in
but it
section of the show.
yeah, but it does stem from like cow farmers. I know that much.
So tough titty.
Yep.
I don't know. My mom's known for using analogies that are horrible, but she used one the other day that was actually pretty good, and I can't remember it at this moment.
That's a shame.
She was trying to tell me how my son's gonna just do stuff that I don't approve of. Like color
Probably.
on walls. I think you've told me the same things.
I
and-
did. I actually advised you to wait on painting your house till after your son was about 5.
Yeah.
I can't wait till the first time he goes through with a permanent marker
How's he gonna get
I
a permanent
know.
marker, Justin?
because you're gonna leave it laying somewhere.
Why would I leave it laying somewhere?
Because you just will.
Nope.
And babies climb.
Nope. No, they don't.
Yeah,
I'm
they
talking
do.
about- No, I'm talking about a human, not a cat.
Babies climb.
No, they
Toddlers. They start to climb
What's he gonna climb?
up on your desk
On my desk. He's not climbing on my desk.
in the office.
He's gonna have his
At
own
home.
office. He's gonna have his own computer, his own microphone. That's what I was telling her. He's like, he's gonna have his own microphone, his own computer, and she's like, yeah, but yours are better. And I'm like, no, his will be the same. Like, still, he'll want to play with yours.
Right. It doesn't matter what you give them. Yours is always gonna be better.
I think Marty named his podcast
Did she? Mm-hmm. What's it called?
From the Crib.
Yes.
Parker from the Crib. And then, like, his first podcast would be like, wah, 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 wah. I'd probably just be eating the microphone, but whatever.
Speaking of Parker, isn't he supposed to be here in the next 7 hours and 22 minutes?
Well, when I asked him a few weeks ago, because, you know, he was moving around in Marty's belly. So I was like, hey, little buddy. I was like, when are you coming out? And then May 8th, boom, just popped in my head. And you see me, my psychic ability, call a home run when we went to the Tigers game.
Oh, yeah, several times
Yeah.
your psychic ability has been able to call some things out.
Yeah. And so I'm pretty tuned into it, as, you know, psychics and, you know, stuff say, as we say in the biz. And so the 8th was today, but then we found out some other news and we're like, oh, crap. And so I asked him, hey, little Parker, can you stay in mommy's belly for a couple more weeks? Because daddy's got stuff to do. Because Mother's Day weekend's this weekend.
Yep.
And Marnie and I are going to celebrate that by going to see Cat Williams in Grand Rapids.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's going to be the best Mother's Day present ever.
Yep. Well, actually, it's just for me.
Oh,
But then we're going to, like,
you selfish.
eat some food or something. I'll take her to dinner. And on Mother's Day, we take her breakfast or something. And so that's already planned.
Okay.
And it would be nice to just do that one more trip down to Grand Rapids with just Marnie and I.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Parker will be with us, but. And then, of course, like I said, the 16th next week.
UFAM?
Next week, UFAM.
know.
And we're going down on the 15th. And then I have to MC it.
Right.
Ask me if I'm nervous.
Are you nervous?
Hell yeah, I'm nervous. You kidding?
But I don't know why you're so nervous.
I don't know.
Like, you've been on stage in front of thousands of people.
I have.
Like,
But-
probably 10,000, 20,000 people, and introduce celebrities.
Yeah.
Like real celebrities.
Well, I am
Like icons.
horrible with names. Horrible with names. You know this.
I'm sure you'll have a
It took
run
me,
sheet
what,
in front of
6
you.
months to get Mitchell's name right? And he works here.
Marshall?
Yeah, he's on the payroll.
Right.
Like, I'm horrible with names. And I reached when I was talking to Christian about this, he's the guy who asked me to do the UFAM thing. And I asked, like, all right, cool, you want me to show up the day before, a couple days before? Like, we're going to rehearse? You got a script? And he's like, no, there's no script. What? What do you mean there's no script? Like, I don't have people's names written down. Like, you don't have a time, like, a run sheet for the event. You know, like, am I supposed to pull these people off after 30 minutes? Like, how are we just winging it? Like,
wow.
and if they have that, then, I mean, I guess that's cool. I'll just wing it too. But it's just not knowing.
But you're really good with improv.
Yeah.
You really are.
Until I start getting inappropriate. I'm sorry.
You have to keep it family approved, like PG status. We are on the Capitol lawn. Mm-hmm. Your favorite governor is probably going to be able to hear you.
Mm-hmm. Now you're giving me ideas.
Well, hopefully it's good, positive ideas.
Yeah. And because I've said this before, so I'll say it again, too, just to clear the record, set it straight, is that I have said I wish Governor Whitmer would put on some rehab clothes and take a bus to treatment.
Yeah.
And see how much fun she has with a 3-hour layover in Grand Rapids or Lansing.
Actually, I think all of our state senators and representatives should have to do that.
They would get there and they'd be like, that is not a good idea.
Right.
We have to do something about that.
Yep.
But, you know, since they're paid well and have good insurance, they don't have to worry about that. You know, even if their kids go to treatment, they don't have to worry about that.
But they should have to see how the normal folk that they service, who they represent in the different districts, on how they have to get there by their own district. Act like a normal person and try to get to treatment by using your own PIHP, calling them, setting it up, the whole 9 yards.
If you get sick and go see the doctor, you don't got to go through all this hubbubaloo to get better. You know, it is a medical diagnosis. So just because, well, you did it to yourself. Well, people get diabetes from eating too much cake. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
They did it to themselves. But like if somebody who is an alcoholic or drug addict, we'll use those terms, going to the ER and they need help, they're going to see the person who just ate a bunch of cake and they probably shouldn't because they're going into some diabetic situation. And they're going to see them and be like, oh, okay, cool. Somebody who, I've talked about this before too, climbed a tree when everybody's like, Gerald, you better get down from there. And he falls off his house or something stupid, breaks his arm. They're going to see him first. Wait. What he did was actually more stupid than someone who becomes addicted to alcohol or drugs. We just made a bad decision. Sure, absolutely.
Yep.
But the alcohol will sneak up on you. And before you know it, it's got your ass, you know?
But typically with a substance use disorder, though, it stems from some sort of trauma along the way of your life. It doesn't have to be necessarily childhood trauma because there's people that are affected later in life that don't start until like their 30s or 40s.
Yeah.
You know, so it could be later in life that they've experienced this trauma. And, you know, it goes undone because we don't offer the ability to necessarily get the help we need for mental health. Look how hard it is to find a therapist.
Yeah.
Just in the area we live in.
And then you find one, and then you start a company and get some insurance for employees, and then you realize they're like, yeah, she's not in network. You can't use her. And I'm like, well, but I've used her for the last 4 or 5 years. Like, I have a connection with this person. You tell me I need to. You can't just switch a therapist. Like, a therapist is hard to find.
Especially a good one.
Yeah, and once you have that connection with them,
Right.
you don't want to. You can't just switch to somebody else. It's not like seeing a foot doctor.
Right. And the
No offense
therapist
to
I
foot
got
doctors.
now, like, I almost feel that same connection that I had before. That makes any sense with our old therapist to the new one I got. Like, the connection is starting to grow where I can feel more comfortable opening up about things. But it took a while.
Yeah.
Like, it really did. Like, I've been seeing her since last July, I think it was. And I finally just start feeling comfortable.
Yeah, because you got to go back all through that shit again, which you're in a good spot now where you can deal with all that stuff. But, like, sometimes people can't. And to tell someone, oh, no, can't do that. It's a network. We don't pay anything on that one. We're out of network. I'm like, what?
I haven't really dug into my past yet with her. It's just more of the current stuff, but still, like certain issues, like I wouldn't necessarily feel comfortable talking to someone about when I first meet them. I don't know how they're going to be, how they're going to react, or what they're going to think, you know? It's that whole judgment thing, you know?
Yeah, and when you go in there, you're wearing a mask a little bit
Yeah.
because you don't know this person and you don't know if this is going to be the person that's going to help you out or if you can even trust them. Mm-hmm. You know, sometimes you'll go in and just because they have a degree doesn't make them good.
Exactly.
I can get a degree in whatever right now and I wouldn't be good at it probably, but I'm just saying. There's some out there that just aren't good and you probably shouldn't go see them. Some like to give advice. Here's what you need to do. And if you ever go to a therapist and then they start telling you what you need to do, just pay them for that session and be gone.
Well, hold up, because that's not totally true. My therapist did tell me
100% true.
not to marry said person. Told me it was going to crash and burn in my face. And I didn't ever talk to her since then.
Got your ass.
And what happened? Exactly what she said was going to happen. Because I was open and honest with her about the situation.
Yeah, but she probably told you that kind of off the record type deal.
No, it was very much like in the middle of our session.
Well, I could see it happening like this. Justin, do you think this is going to last? Well, Justin, what do you think is really going to happen? Justin, tell me, what do you like about her? Justin, tell me this. Justin, this is going to fail. Because you probably told her over and over that it was going to fail. And she was just like at the point where, okay, Justin, now I have to tell you. You just told me it's going to fail, but you're not even seeing it.
Probably.
Maybe not.
You're probably right.
Because that's what she does to me.
Yeah. She used to do the same thing to me, and honestly, I really like her a lot. I still do. I wish I could have went back to seeing her with our insurance. I don't know why she doesn't take our insurance, because it is a pretty large insurance company.
Well, it's not that she doesn't take it. It's the insurance that we have. They don't pay for anything that's not in network. Like we have to go to in network people. And they said that, oh, she's got to get this certain license. And I don't know. It's just one of those deals. And
The merry-go-round.
yeah. Yeah, he said, she said, and blah, 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 blah. But again, it all starts with desire.
Yep.
And she had a desire to see us.
Yeah.
she would go do that. But nah, it's cool. And I'm glad that we do have insurance and we're able to do that. And now our insurance stuff's going up. And then, to see a therapist again, we got to pay like $15.
Still cheaper than what I had to pay through the last place I worked for.
Yeah, but I want you guys to pay nothing. But here's the flip side of this, which has been driving me nuts this whole time because
It's great.
Oh.
I already got a whole idea planned after June. After I get back from North Carolina, I'm taking some FMLA time. Probably like in not August, September, not October, probably November. I got it planned out.
there you go.
Because I got things I got to do. Like July, August, September. My birthday's in October. That might be a good stay for my birthday.
Yeah, and it's good on one end, and not. It's a good. Okay, so right now we have Priority Health, and we have this hospital deal where if you go to the hospital, you got to pay $1,000. That's it. You could be there for 3 years, and all you pay is $1,000.
Right.
Not bad. You have a child, which Marty and I are having a child. $1,000.
Not bad.
Okay, not bad. I would say not bad. When I first thought, I was like, oh, that's not bad. Well, the new policy that starts June 1st, which my son will be born before then, $200.
Well, hopefully he can hold out.
That's
extra 5
that's 2
days.
microphones. That's a camera. That's a
What,
room we could get painted.
we'll just pray for a 5-day layover,
That's not happening.
and hopefully he's born on June 1st.
He'll be before June.
You think so?
100%.
What day?
20 something.
I'm gonna say the last day of May. Because you can be like, why couldn't you just hold on for an extra 6 hours?
And then I was wondering too, like, is it the day that he comes out to the world?
Yes.
Or is it the day that we leave the hospital?
No, the day.
Or is it the day that we
comes
enter the
out.
hospital? Because that wouldn't make sense. Because
think it's the
sometimes
day he
people
comes
will
out.
go in the hospital and then they'll be like, get your ass home. You ain't ready.
I'm not for sure. You'd have to ask the hospital. Because each hospital might be different.
I don't know. It's over my pay grade.
It's above all of our
It's
pay
above-
grade.
yeah.
We have to turn it over to the man upstairs.
Yeah. But it's also good for treatment if you wanted to go to inpatient treatment.
Yeah.
$200, where before it was $1,000. And being in the industry we're in, we're a recovery community organization based in Traverse City, Michigan, and we hire people in recovery. Mm-hmm. So far, everybody's holding strong.
Yep.
Everybody's doing great. But the fact that is, any one of us, me included, could go out. You know, you never know.
You honestly never know.
And I want to make sure that we have things in place to help us.
Yeah.
You know, so the therapy is one of it. And again, $15, it's not the end of the world, but still, it's like, I'd rather it be nothing, especially since they jacked our rates up like $80 a month
Ouch.
per person. Yeah. So it's like, damn. Of course, not $80 for each person, but they said that's the average. But still, it's like, damn. And now we got to pay out of pocket. But if we need to go to the hospital or treatment,
Cheaper.
good to go.
Sweet.
Damn it. I
I
wish
can't wait to go.
I just wish it was $200 now. I sent him a message. I'm like, can we change it to do that now? I didn't even read what he replied because it was such a stupid question that I sent.
No question is labeled stupid.
Yeah, there's some stupid answers. Like Costco, right? We bought a iPad for our meetings, which you can attend one of our meetings. If you've never been to one, check out our app. Just look for 217 Recovery in the App Store. There's links on our website. If that's easier for you, just pull it up on your phone, 217recovery.com. See the little, it's at the bottom. See the little Apple or Google, whatever you have. If you have an Android, go there, get the app. But then you can look for meetings on our app that we have and tune in. It's fun. A lot of people do that. So we needed this iPad because we had this other thing that really wasn't working very well. And so we got the iPad. Everything was cool. So we got it from Costco. Well, we're registered, whatever, as a nonprofit. So we're tax exempt. Except Costco says, well, no, because that's an Apple product. What? What does that have to do with us not paying the federal government taxes?
Right, we're state taxes.
Like, this doesn't make any sense. Well, we have an agreement with Apple. And I'm like, all right, never, you know what? I didn't make a big deal about it that night. Just whatever. I'll call your people and figure this out. This is not a coupon. This is tax exempt status.
Right.
And so that was in February. So we're finally like getting back around to like, okay, what are we going to do? Because it was like $60-$70 of taxes. And, you know, there's people who donate money to us, which we really appreciate. And we don't want to just waste it on taxes.
Right.
Stupid taxes. So we finally get Costco and they're like, yeah, no, we have an agreement with Apple. And I'm like, that just doesn't make any sense. Like, what do you mean? And so I wrote an email to them. It's like tax request at Costco.com. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, this doesn't make sense. Can you please explain this to me? And then that's what I got back was, well, we have an agreement with Apple that says we can't have any reduction in price or exemptions in price. And I was like, okay, well, there's no exemption in price.
No.
The exemption's in the tax. And I was
Right. And
I called them stupid. And I was like, so if the people who run your company think that taxes, not paying taxes on something is an exemption from the sale price of the item, then they're stupid. And I feel sorry for you that you have to work for a company who has such stupid people in charge.
Yep.
They didn't write me back after
And that's
that
one thing about Apple I really love, because no matter where you go, an Apple product is set at set price.
I buy stuff from Apple directly. It's tax.
Because it's-
Like,
yeah.
they don't charge me tax because we're a nonprofit.
And the one thing is, like, you go to Walmart to look at for an Apple charger or whatever, an actual Apple charger, not an off-brand, actual Apple charger. The same charger is going to be the same price from Walmart to Target to Best Buy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one of them may have a sale because they got authorization
Right.
through Apple, but the price will never be higher. Maybe cheaper, but never higher than said price.
Right.
And it's typically the same said prices on their website.
And Best Buy had the same sale going on, but it was a little bit further across town. And I was like, well, we'll just get it here.
Right.
But now I'm like, damn it, now I got to take it back.
Will they even take it back now?
Yeah. It was
You
like
got-
90 days.
Oh,
So we got like a week. But I bought and I don't even care. I'll buy this out of my own pocket because I bought a screen protector for it. Mm-hmm. I don't remember how much that was, but it could be the same price as the taxes. But still, like, just the principle of it, like, I really don't care. Like, that is dumb. It doesn't make any sense to me. They couldn't explain it to me except for repeating the same stuff over and over about, well, we have an agreement with Apple. That no, your agreement with Apple is you're not going to change the price of their shit.
yeah, and Apple supports
Nothing to do with
nonprofits.
taxes. Like, I'm so confused by why the tax department doesn't understand this. Sober people problems, man. I'm
Yep.
telling you, they're great.
So, I went to a concert last weekend.
Oh yeah, let's recap this.
Went and seen Edema. Mm-hmm. They were really good. Seen Tantric.
Mm-hmm.
I think the lead singer forgot his songs. Because, like, a few of them he sang really good, and some of them he, like, missed half the words. But the rest of the band knew what they were playing. It's kind of weird. Seen Trapped. It was all right. He was kind of getting a little messed up on stage. And then I seen Josie Scott, the old lead singer of Saliva.
Okay.
And he may have been drinking a beer on stage.
What?
Yeah.
What? Are you beer shaming people? Why?
Well, you know, I did a little research on this.
Ah, okay.
Supposedly Saliva and him parted ways.
Mm-hmm.
He claims it was due to have more family time
Okay, I can see that.
to raise his kids.
Yeah.
Now, according to Saliva's side on things, he needed to step away due to a substance use disorder problem
Oh, okay.
with alcohol and drugs.
That's common too.
Right. So it's pretty common. But he claims that he's in recovery now. But how can you drink a beer and be in recovery?
Depends who you ask.
I guess you're in recovery.
beers a day. Now he just drinks one.
I guess you're in recovery when you say you're in recovery.
Yeah, that's what they try to tell us to think, but
But, you know, it's a very slippery slope. If you start with one beer, it's never going to end with just one beer.
it wouldn't for me.
It wouldn't for me neither. Oh, just here, Justin. It's just one line. Well, I'm sorry, that one line's not going to be enough. You got the rest of the bag for the mirror. I don't know what you want me to do, because that's just going to tease me.
Yeah.
Even being 4.5 years clean, it would still tease me and want me to do more. Like, I just don't get it. Like, why start that?
I don't know. Maybe he's like Jelly Roll. Well, Jelly Roll's
You-
like,
you know,
I'm
I
in
was-
recovery. I don't take pills no more. But on the back of his jacket, it's like, I'm a cum guzzling or whatever it says.
Blunt smoking,
There we
whiskey
go.
drinking,
Sorry for the reference of this.
Slum American.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Thanks for the save there, Justin.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mom. But yeah, it's like, wait, what? Like, you can't. Oh, and he's drinking and doing this. I'm like, no. You're not in recovery, and that's fine, man. Don't be in recovery. Like,
Yeah.
you don't do drugs anymore. You don't do pills anymore. That's fine. You know, like I can say I don't drink anymore, but so I can go out and smoke meth. No,
Right.
I'm in recovery. It's the same thing. No, it's not. Yes, it is. It's the same exact thing. Oh, I just don't drink anymore, but I smoke weed. Well, some people are like, well, you're not in recovery. Nope. I'm using a mind-altering substance. Yeah, but man, this strand, I can make excuse after excuse after excuse about alcohol too. Well, yeah, but see, whiskey doesn't get me as drunk as vodka.
Right.
You know, I'm only drinking 70 proof stuff, man. It's way different. Like this, you know, if I just drink a wine cooler, I don't even think they make those anymore, but they maybe, who knows? The point of this is, yes, I can make it every excuse that the guy who's smoking weed can. Oh, it's natural. It's from there. Okay, it's from potato. It's natural too, bro. Like, and the weed is not natural now.
You know, I stepped up my game, and I'm gonna have some class, so I'm gonna start drinking scotch.
There you go. Yeah, and I just drink, one glass a day. Right. Now the glass is as big as a coffee mug, but that's cool.
3 fingers?
Oh no, it's and that's what people do. You can make any excuse for it if you want, but I can say, yeah, no, I don't drink anymore, but I don't smoke weed anymore, but I do heroin on the weekend.
Right.
Wait, what? That doesn't make any sense.
No, it really don't.
So, and again, at the end of the day, I'm only talking about me.
Yep.
Because I don't really care what other people do, but to say that you're in recovery when you're not, you don't have to be in recovery, man.
Right.
That's the thing. And I think everybody wants people to say they're in recovery.
Well, it's like the new bandwagon.
It is. And
the new fad.
You go through different trainings and they tell you, like you said earlier, you're in recovery when you say you are. But you gotta have 2 years clean before. Wait, what? Oh, don't say clean anymore. Say not using abstinence from drug. Okay, well, I was abstinence from this drug, but not that drug. Well, that's fine because that's different. And you're in recovery, and it's like a big circle that just goes around and around because I think they want to include more people. So they want to say, hey,
yep.
And they don't want to turn people away for when one day they want to be in recovery. But I think I don't want to say like beating around the bush, but not just addressing the issue, they're making it easier for them to go back out and use. And it's like saying, oh, well, relapse is part of recovery.
Relapse is part of addiction.
It is. It truly is. But if you start getting people to think that way, like, oh, well, I can just go use it this weekend and then just come back and nothing's going to be wrong. Yeah, I lost my job and got kicked out of my house for sober living, but it's cool because everybody tells me it's cool.
Yeah, it's not.
That's not a way I found, because again, I went to treatment 15 times, man. I tried every single thing I could think of to do it my way. And until I was ready to give up, I wasn't having a very good life.
Right.
And when I was finally like, all right, I'm going to do it. I'm just not going to drink, and I'm not going to do weed. I'm not going to do anything, and I'm going to change my life. I don't know what I'm going to do, but here's what I want to do. So what do I do to start that? And then we started 217 Recovery, and things just kind of went from there. But like, you had to be willing to step out and take a leap of faith and trust that God's got you. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what I'm doing. Like, there's a lot of times where I'm just like, well, we've got to put it in God's hands now because I think this is what he wants me to do.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly, it's like Marnie, when here I am wanting a woman that's going to love me like I love her, and someone who I can respect, and someone who's intelligent and beautiful and just a good person. And I was praying for that. And then here comes Marnie in my life, and and I started making excuses. I'm not good enough. I don't have a boat. I don't have a job.
I'm too busy.
Yeah, because I quit my job, and that was just like at that in time was just going to school. But there was some nagging in there when I had 2 jobs, manager of a sober living home, and it was like I would say nagging, about, and she just wanted to talk to me. It's very innocent, but I found excuses, pushed her away, and then God was like, "What are you doing?"
Right.
Like, this is the woman you've been praying for. I put her in your life, and you just push her away. And that's why I tried to call her back. I was like, hey, I'm not a booty call, is what she told me. And I was like, damn it. No, you're not. But I know I messed this up. But then, we ended up getting back together or whatever. But, like, that was a sign from God. And if you look back at some of our vehicle issues, let's take that for example.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. Maybe those are signs from God going, hey,
handball machine.
You might want to look into maybe trying to get some new ones. And then, we're trying to reach out to different organizations, different people, because the main thing we do really is take people to and from treatment. Well, I mean, there's so many main things we do at this point, but take people to and from treatment who have no other way to get there. That's why I mentioned earlier the governor riding a bus to treatment and some treatment clothes. Because getting someone there using a recovery coach is huge. It is such an advantage for them. It's insane. And it's great for the recovery coach who's driving.
And now really that, it's even more sad because now we technically only have one vehicle that we have to do rides.
Yeah, and it's
You
tough.
know, it is tough.
So are we going to sit around and wait for the other one to break down and BFE somewhere? No, like we got to make a move. We got to do something. And like these other organizations are just like, oh, and with the opioid response money, whatever.
Yeah.
I know counties that are spending it. The county we're in, they're holding meetings every month. That's pretty cool. But it was like brought up, hey, how about we give 217 some stuff? And this is immediate. This stuff is immediate. And what they do, they can't use their grants to buy vehicles. So, but let's help. We love what they do. Everybody agrees. Oh yeah, that's great. That's great. Until it comes time to, hey, can we give them a little piece of this? Oh, hold on. Let's vote on this next time. Okay, never mind. We'll just
Because honestly, I think the county is our number 2. Because after doing the report, and so that way we could show who does what, I think our county that we reside in is number 2 on our list for the most rides. If I remember correctly. Like they're in the top 3.
of the rides that we do.
Yep.
I'd say they're probably 1.
No.
No,
No. Our friends across the street are number 1.
out of the wait, I'm so confused.
As far as when they're voting on it, you know, but the rides that we offer, we've given our number 2 slot for most rides that we've done so far has been for the county that we reside in.
For Grand Traverse County.
Yep.
Like the jail.
Yep.
Okay, I thought you were saying Ionia County was number 1 and
No.
Grand Traverse was. I was saying
No.
Grand Traverse County is probably number 1.
No,
Where we
but-
give people rides to and from
But yeah,
as a county, not the court or the sheriff. None of them. I just meant the county.
Oh.
Because we don't technically do rides for the county.
Oh yeah, for the
we-
county, I'm sure it's probably right up there as the top county that we do rides for.
Yeah. And it's just like one day they're going to call us and we'll be like, yeah, well, all of our cars are in the shop getting worked on because they
Yep.
have 250,000 miles on them. Mm-hmm. And Chevys aren't supposed to do that. Neither are Fords because they're supposed to rust out way before that.
Yeah, Fords will rust out before they ever die.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing. And
I guess.
I mean, at least the powertrain stays running.
Yeah, but then you start getting into, because, one of our vehicles was 2012 and the 2 in 2015. Oh, yeah, they don't make that part anymore.
Right.
Like, we don't have a backup camera now
Right.
because they went in to look at something else and they're like, oh, that,
For the switch.
yeah.
And they tried unplugging
Connector
it.
was broken and they don't make it anymore.
But in reality, all they had to do was unscrew some bolts, pop the whole panel down, take out the switch, unplug the switch from the wiring harness they disconnected. Why they disconnected that part of the wiring harness is beyond me. But yeah.
Some people's kids. Yeah, and that was like $1,100 just to look at that and then give it back to us with more broke shit.
Right. Now,
Again.
And now our license plate lights don't work. Like we lost power across the whole lift gate.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yep. But yeah, so call us for a ride. we'll see what we can do.
Right.
But that's the frustrating thing is like the people that we help have nothing to do with this.
No.
And it's the same thing when the treatment center up north left owing me like $5,000 and they ended up paying like $2,300 of it or something. And it's like, wait, hold on. Like, so you guys are actually getting tons of money from people for them being there, but yet, and because they didn't turn the paperwork in, that's the reason why we didn't get paid.
Failure to do
Their job.
diligence. Yeah.
Their job. And I can sit here and be like, I hate them, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I think it's really petty of them to not step up and do the right thing. But again, it's not about them.
Right. I don't think that person works there anymore.
I don't know, man. But it was very frustrating. But again, my beef with them or my beef with another treatment center doesn't matter. I'm taking this person where they need to go.
Yep.
And that's the bottom line. And that's what it is. Like when I take people to treatment centers and I'm just like, hey, they owe me money. I don't say that. I say, this is a good place. Here's the stuff that you can do and, work on yourself, do whatever, blah, 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 depending on what they're saying too. But I don't bash them because it's not about that. It's about this person making it to a place and feeling safe and feeling confident when they walk in that, they could change their life if they want to.
I've actually referred a lot of people to them after meeting some of their employees.
Yeah, they're
You
great
know,
employees.
actually, I'd like to take a day aside to go up there and actually tour their facilities up there. You know, because I think to actually see what they do on one side for the males and then see what they do on the female/family side would be really awesome to actually be able to see what they do. And because I'm like, hey, this place is really great. You guys are going to like it. They really care. All their employees really care. They put forth their best effort into making sure you're taken care of.
Yeah, I like other people there, except for maybe the one guy who was like, "We didn't ask for none of them rides." I was like, "It's funny you did, because everybody who called me, one of your employees, their name is on that
Right.
as the one who called to request a ride." So don't tell me that. Quit being petty, because you guys didn't file it. You didn't.
Right.
You didn't send it off to get reimbursed. Well, we don't have to worry about that anymore either, because we're getting reimbursed from the PIHP, which is
Directly.
great. Makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
And they've just been a godsend to NMRE up
and
here.
For the services we provide for their clients, period, has been a godsend, because how many lives are we saving? How many ER visits are we saving the insurance company, by taking this person to actually go get the treatment they need versus leaving them at their home until a friend calls 911.
Right.
Well, let's get an ambulance. Let's ship them to the hospital. Well, from there, they spend how many days in a detox in the hospital? That's expensive.
Yeah. I had to take a ambulance from Buchanan to Grand Rapids. It's pretty far.
Yeah, I bet.
And I had Medicaid. And it was just like, well, I have no other way to get there. And that's a SWMBA thing. That's Southwest Michigan Behavioral Health. They're the PIHP there. Not a big fan.
No.
Not a big fan of any of them except for NMRE.
Yeah, right, and neither am I.
Because they're so set in telling you no. It's
Yep.
like they have like a meeting before they start their day. On Mondays we'll come in here and do a weekly check-in. I think they do that daily. We're like, okay, no.
Gotcha.
Hey, Bob, no. All right, everybody's got their nose in. Let's go. No. It's the phone. No. Stop playing. You really have to answer that. No. Stop it with the nose. I think that's a little game for them or something.
Yeah.
They act like it's coming out of their pocket.
Yeah, their personal
Hold
pocketbook.
on. Let me get my checkbook out. I had one person at SWMBA, they told me, like, what are we going to waste our money on you again, sending you to an inpatient treatment center? You obviously don't learn anything. Oh, thanks. Appreciate it.
Right.
I feel like I just got hit by a truck. I'm shaking and I can't stop. The only way to stop is to go drink more. I'm tired. It was a bad idea. I thought I could hide it was like a 22-ounce something. And I don't remember if I found it under the bed or if I stashed it under the bed like a couple relapses before. I think that's what happened. And I found it. And I was like, oh, I could probably drink that. Nope. I couldn't.
Speaking
Well,
of
I
stashing
did drink it,
things,
and then I went and got some more, and then I never stopped.
like after I moved back in with my current roommate,
Mm-hmm.
like I went through the whole apartment, every little nook and cranny. I'm like, what's all in here, bro? Like we're not playing this game again. Like we're gonna find all the empty ones now, throw them all away, so that way there is none. There's no desire saying, oh well, I found it and it looked tempting, so I just went and bought more. I've had a good couple months. Why not reward myself?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the way that our addiction will speak to us, We've had a good couple months. You deserve one. Well, we know it don't stop at one, especially with binge drinkers. And, it spirals out of control really fast. And it's sad, I really like my roommate. I think he's a really great person, but occasionally he'll relapse.
Once you do, it's
Yeah.
it's tough to stop, and you can tell yourself you're not going to drink it 100 days in a row.
Mm-hmm.
That 101st when you're like, today's the day. It's going to happen. It's done.
Yep.
It's over, and you won't stop it. Nope. And if you do, okay, if you're lucky enough to just, I'm just going to do it tonight. I'm just going to do it this weekend. That next weekend, you're going back harder than before because
Yep.
you made it, and I'm telling you, like I've tried it so many different times.
He calls me his little bloodhound because I can smell alcohol from a mile away. I swear.
Mm-hmm.
Like, alcohol has always been kind of gross to me, but I've always had a nose for it. And I remember when I lived with him before, I walked in and he's laying on the couch. I walked into the bathroom. All I could smell was alcohol. And I walked back out there. He's like trying to act like he's passed out. So I wait till the next day. I'm like, there's no way in hell you were sleeping at 7 o'clock last night. You were drunk. You were passed out. I could smell it in the apartment as soon as I walked in. He was like, no, you couldn't. I was like, yeah, I could. You're busted, dude. He was like, man, there's nothing getting past you, huh? I was like, nope. You know, I can just smell it.
Right.
I don't know what it is. The smell just kind of turns me off. Like, I enjoy going to concerts and stuff, but the biggest thing I hate is the smell of alcohol. I could be around 100 people smoking weed, be fine. Be around 100 people drinking, and I'd just rather walk away. I don't know what it is.
Well, it's how it makes people first, and I don't know. Like the weed thing is a little much for me sometimes. But if I'm at the store and somebody walks past me and I get the whiff of alcohol, yeah, I'm just like, really, dude?
Right.
But you don't see that as much as you do the weed. You know, people think they can just smoke weed and drive around, which, no. They got a woman reach out to us, or a person reach out to us and ask for some help about, you know, stopping weed. And I sent a message back, didn't hear anything back, and then I sent another message with some videos about like what marijuana does to you and the steps that happen in your brain and in your body when you do stop smoking weed. And it was pretty interesting, and I hope they took that to heart and realized like it's not gonna be the easiest thing. And you know, weed's not as it's just harmless, man. It's legal. Well, again, stop it. If you think the state or government cares about you, then
they don't. It's just all about making money. It's why they come out with recreational weed, so that way it's the most taxed thing in Michigan, the highest taxed. They rake in all this money off of it. And then they got the alcohol tax. They rake in all this money off alcohol tax, too. Mm-hmm. Cigarette tax. Mm-hmm. Everything bad for you is taxed to death. Mm-hmm. And the state just makes tons of money on it.
yeah.
And all they got to do is say, oh, well, you're responsible for putting out these commercials. Say, please drink responsibly.
Yeah.
Well, if I could drink responsibly, I wouldn't be in the situation I'm in. You know, it's just a snowball effect. It's a numbers game to them. It's nothing else. Strictly numbers.
Yeah. That's how I kind of look at it. And when you look at it, if you took it away, like if people if people stopped committing crimes for a whole month, that would cripple the system. Mm-hmm. You know, and crimes, I'm talking about drug, everything. If people just stopped for a month, the jails were empty, it would be nuts. And then it's not a crime, but if everybody just stopped drinking, stopped smoking weed, stopped smoking cigarettes, stopped vaping for a month, crippled.
It would,
because they depend on that money.
It's $10. It's $10 now for a pack of cigarettes.
Mm-hmm. Our schools are nice, aren't they?
Man,
I saw this ad because I saw what the state gave because they got billions of dollars or whatever, and they gave like 1.5 million to the schools. Oh, good job.
Well, that ain't nothing for the schools. Like that may help out Detroit's public schools, but what about the rest of the state?
Nothing. And I was at a grocery store the other day, and I was reading. They had like a little lotto thing up there, and they kind of want to make you feel better about giving the money to them. And they're like, "We've spent $23 billion on schools." Well, let's pump the brakes on that because I think they're including all the states that run that lottery,
right?
Which, okay, Texas, they might have given $8 million. but they're combining it all to make it seem like this huge number. It's like, whoa. That was me stopping it. Like an old record player. But yeah, ask Michigan, where's the rest of that money going?
Right.
Oh, well, we put the rest in, this is the funniest part of it. Well, not really. It goes to the EMS workers' pension fund.
That's weird.
The fuck? What? And it goes to help them pay their deductibles for their health insurance?
What?
What? It made no damn sense.
And that's another one I didn't touch on out of all the taxes. Like, you have the gambling tax in the state. Like,
where's that going, Justin?
right.
It's going to help people with the commercials and billboards, right? No.
Right.
Call that 800 number. I'm telling you, call that 800 number.
I need to one of these days.
Do it. You can be so let down. I also just weren't you in here when you were in here when I called it?
Was I?
Or was it Mitch?
I think it was Mitch. I don't think I was here for that one. I'm gone a lot, and you get me confused. Like, we see each other some days, but in other days it's just in passing. We crack jokes on each other.
You know who it was? It was Adam.
It was Adam?
Yeah.
And then you tell me you quit breaking stuff as you're walking out the door. Like, please don't break nothing tomorrow, would you, please?
It doesn't help me
No.
telling you that.
It's not like I do it intentionally. I can't control when the lift gate motor's just going to pop off its little ball it's attached to.
Yeah, I don't know, Justin. Then the TV wasn't working here earlier. I was like, does Justin have anything to do with this?
In your office?
No, in the meeting room.
Oh.
Dang it. I got my new TV. Thanks, Justin.
You know what? I got big shoulders. I can handle a lot of things.
Hope so.
And it's okay for you to blame me when something breaks. Yeah. I'll give you that outlet.
Well, yeah, we got to wrap it up. Before we do, though.
Oh, yeah, we got to talk about some events
Yes.
that we're throwing.
Yes, of course. UFAM, we talked about this
Yep.
next Thursday, Lansing. We have a link on our website. And we made a video, which is kind of cute.
Yeah.
217recovery.com. Check that out. And
We have Reeling in Recovery.
yes, that would be our next event. Well, we have another one coming up Monday, but that's,
That's already booked.
yeah, making meals in May with
Yep.
Oriana
Yep.
West in Traverse City.
Learn how to cook healthy.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
And yeah, Reeling in Recovery,
Yep.
which we're going to go fishing. June 8th and 9th, it's free fishing weekend in Michigan.
I can't wait to see the promo video for that.
And Jay's Sporting Good. Yeah, we've been doing some silly stuff at the office. Jay's Sporting Good in Gaylord. I don't call it Gaylord. So FYI.
Gaylord.
They hooked us up a couple fishing poles and a little bit of gear, and we went out and got some more. But appreciate them for doing that and supporting people in recovery, because fishing is I've heard people say, I don't know how I'm going to fish sober.
Yeah.
I fish, I drink. How am I going to do this sober? Well, we're going to take some people out. We're going to fish. But since we have a limited amount of poles, we were like, we're going to definitely get more than this signing up. So we're going to have to break it up into shifts. That way people can take turn with the poles. So 8 to 9 on the 8th, I'm going to run a team out there. 9 to 10, you're going to be the guide.
Yep.
And then Mitch is going to do 10 to 11, a guide. And then we're going to have like a little picnic or whatever at the park too. So that'll be fun.
And I sent you a bunch of fishing pictures.
You
'cause
did.
You
And
asked for
they're going
fishing
in
pictures.
They're going in the promo.
So you can see a lot of my trophies that I've caught over my lifespan.
And you'll see mine.
Winter on the river, on the lake.
Mitch didn't have any.
No, he
Not
claims he
surprised.
goes fishing by himself.
He doesn't.
I don't believe that. Because even when I went fishing by myself, like, you still take pictures of your fish. It's kind of like one of those things. If you don't take pictures, it didn't happen.
Right.
And then another thing we got coming up in June is Recovery Stories Part 3
Yes.
with Sober Eats being a food truck this time.
Yeah. Yep. And NMRE is helping us out with that. Because the last
Awesome.
2 events, we did it on our own.
Right.
And NMRE was like, hey, and Dave, our guy David Freeman, he was like, hey, this could be possible that we could help you with this. So I'm like, okay, cool. So they're helping us. So big
That's
thanks
awesome.
to them. Yeah. and it's going to help people in early recovery, and it's a fun event. Like you said, food truck. Who doesn't love some tacos? Sober Eats.
And we're also doing a couple events for Cherry Fest.
Yeah.
Following that, if you are interested in helping us at Cherry Fest, please come in and sign up at the office. See Mitch.
Yep.
He's heading that little division this year.
Because I wasn't sure how that was going to work, and I was like, probably shouldn't commit to that.
Right.
And next thing I know, he's running around with a volunteer sheet form. And he's like, nope, I got it. We can get him. All right. Because he went last year, and it was fun, you know. But
I drove sometimes people back and forth.
all the times you drove us.
Yeah.
It's
Except
like
for one day I showed up on time to work, and you're like, you're supposed to be here a half hour ago. Where were you at?
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, sorry, I forgot about that.
But it was needed. You know, there's a
Yeah.
lot of traffic, crazy stuff going on. So, yeah, we have some events coming up. It'll be pretty cool. The fishing thing will be fun. And Recovery Stories, Message of Hope Part 3. We got Luke.
Telling his story, right?
Yep. Sorry, Marnie's texting me about going home or the office.
And then we got Tim, right? It's confirmed now.
I got 2 thumbs up, so I don't know what that means, but
I'm pretty
maybe
sure
a
that's
man
confirmed.
named Tim.
Pretty sure that's confirmed then. And who's giving the stories? Because those are our messages of hope.
Our very own Matt Rybecki
Sweet.
and our friend Corey Smoker.
Awesome. Can't wait.
Notice how I said friend.
Yeah, friend.
No, she's going to be with us at the UFAM rally too, helping out.
Her and her husband.
Yeah, so it'll be fun.
Yep. And who's emceeing the recovery stories this time?
Big
That's-
Bear Mitch.
Big Bear Mitch.
Mm-hmm.
Can we make him wear the bear mask?
We can.
We should.
Oh, because he'll be like, I'm not lifting nothing over 8 pounds. And he'll start telling us what he's going to do, but he won't
Right.
mention the mask. So we'll hit him
Right.
with the mask. Oh, yeah, you got to wear the mask.
Yeah. We should definitely make him wear the mask. And the jean jacket?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it'll be fun, and there'll be more details on the fishing trip. Probably will be up tomorrow, because how you're going to get into that is you're going to sign up, and then you're going to pick whatever guide you want, or maybe whatever time you want.
Right.
You know, maybe you're like, I'm an 8 to 9 kind of guy. I think that'd be great. Well, then you'll want to be fishing with me. You don't have to bait your hook. You won't have to get the fish off the hook. That sounded bad. And maybe some drone. I don't know. Is it illegal to fish with drone? I don't know. You find out where they're at. I did that in the bay the other day.
Well,
It'll be in the
definitely
video.
It'll definitely be a good scouting tool for you.
Yeah. You know, we'll do high tech stuff.
Me, on the other hand,
Justin's going in like Captain Caveman.
yeah, I
put on
don't
his
bait your
waders.
hooks. I don't take your fish off the hooks.
I don't either.
I ain't doing none of that stuff. Like, you have to be able to man your own stuff.
Yeah, we just throw them right back in
Right.
on the hook. You can catch a turtle. That's how you do that.
That's how you catch pike.
You can catch turtles too, and sharks.
That's how you catch big pike. The big pike I showed you
Yeah, there you go.
off of bluegill, about 3 to 4 inches.
Thought he was gonna get him some num nums, and
Oh, he sure did.
then Justin got him some num nums.
Yeah. I think it was
Yeah.
huge.
But look at our website in the next few days if you're interested in the fishing thing, and maybe it is a few days already. This is being recorded on the 8th, so if you know it's a little couple days past, check out our website. Look at Justin's fishes. Check out our video if we have that up, and sign up if you want to fish with us.
All right.
You don't need nothing. You don't need nothing. We got the poles. We got the bait. We got the food.
We have my daughter there.
Justin's daughter will be there.
Yep.
Mitch's son won't maybe be there. Who knows?
Who knows?
It'd be a good time. Even if you're not fishing, if you want to come and hang out and have some fun, we'll be around.
Later.
So check out 217recovery.com. And as Justin said, later.
Thanks for listening to the 217 Recovery Podcast. We hope you come back for our next episode.